Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel TG's School of Mathematics. Today we are going to discuss from the topic financial mathematics, and I hope you are getting ready for your final exams. So this topic financial maths is a term 3 work. Okay, so let's start November 2018. So like what I always tell you, before you watch these lessons, please download the question paper from the description box below, or join our WhatsApp group. There you will get the question paper. So make sure that the questions that we are going to do is with you before you watch these lessons. Okay, and also one more thing, thank you very much for all the good comments that you made in our YouTube channel and also in WhatsApp group. So that is an encouragement for me to put new videos. So let's start without wasting time. This is November 2018, question number 7. First question, 7.1. Selby decided today that he will save 15,000 per quarter over the next 4 years. What Selby decided today? She will deposit 15,000 per quarter over the next 4 years. Per quarter means what? In 1 year, 4 times. 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, like that, 4 times. Okay, like that, how many years? 4 years. That means total how many times the interest will calculate? 4 times 4, that is 16 times the interest will calculate. Okay, so what Selby decided? Selby decided to start investing 15,000 in every quarter. Okay, so here this is what here Selby decided to invest 15,000, and the first payment, look at the next sentence, he will make the first deposit into a savings account in 3 months time. 3 months time means that's the first quarter, am I right? Every 3 months, that's a quarter. Okay, so in 3 months time, here she's made the first deposit of how much? 15,000. Then after that she continues paying every 3 months that 15,000 like that. Okay, that means next after 3 months, that is T2, again she made 15,000. Then after 3 months, that is T3, she made another payment of 15,000, and she continues made that payment until how many times? How many times she made the payment? In 1 year, 4 times. Like that, how many years? 4 years. That means 4 times 4, 16 times she made that payment. That means the last number is 16. Okay, T16. Now, first question, 7.1.1. How much will Selby have at the end of 4 years if the interest is earned at 8.8% per annum compounded quarterly? Wow, what is that question? So if she deposit like this, how much will be in her account at the end of 4 years? So what she is doing, every 3 months she is depositing 15,000, 15,000, 15,000 like that. Okay, if she doing like that for the next 4 years, how much will be in her account after 4 years? So after 4 years means what? In future. Okay, you studied in your class, there are 2 types of annuities. One is future value annuity and the other one is present value annuity. This is what you studied in your class. What is future value annuity means? Like this, I am depositing 15,000, 15,000, 15,000, 15,000 like that. In future, after this many years, how much I will get? That is future value annuity. Okay, then what is present value annuity? For example, I borrowed 100,000 rand from the bank, That means I am getting that 100,000 now. That means that is a present value. Did you understand the difference? What is this one? I'm not getting the money now. I'm getting the money in future. I started depositing 15,000, 15,000, 15,000 like that, and the money that I'm going to get is after 4 years in future. Am I right? So that is future value annuity. But if you take a loan, when you are going to get the money? Now. Am I right? If I want to buy a car, I go to the bank. I go to the Standard Bank, and so will they tell me that okay, we will allow you money after 3 years? No, I want to buy the car now. So they will, if they approve the loan, they will give me the money now. That is a present value. Okay, but if it is like this, that's a future value. In future, how much I will get? So which annuity we are supposed to apply here? Future value annuity. So what is the future value annuity formula that you studied? Future value annuity is FE is equal to, FE stands for future value. What is the formula? X times 1 plus I the whole raised to n minus 1 divided by I. This is the future value annuity formula that you studied. Okay. So here in this question, first question, what do you want to find? How much will Selby have at the end of 4 years? That means you have to find the future value. This is a straight question. You have to find the future value. Okay. If the interest is earned at 8.8% per annum compounded quarterly. So now look at this one. How can we do this? Is equal to, what is this X stands for? X stands for the monthly installment. Here what is the monthly installment? 15,000, 15,000 like that. Okay. So monthly installment here it is 15,000 into 1 plus, what is the interest rate written there? 8.8% per annum compounded quarterly. 8.8%. 8.8% is the same as 0.088. That means this one divided by 100. You know that one. Okay. So I'm going to write this, instead of this 8.8, I divide that with 100. So it is 0.088. Okay. 0.088. How the interest is calculating? Quarterly. So what must I do here? Divided by 4. The whole raised to, what is here? N. What is N stands for? How many payments? Okay. So here to find the how many payments, you must, it's better to follow a general method. Okay. So I will explain that method first before I substitute the value of N there. So I didn't substitute the value of N here. So what is the remaining formula? Minus 1 divided by I. I is the same, 0.088 divided by 4 quarterly. Okay. So I don't know what is the value of N here. Okay. How can you find the value of N? Here maybe you directly said it's 16 and the answer is correct. Okay. But generally how can you find? Generally this is the method, N plus 1 minus where they started the investment. Okay. So in this case, N plus, this is a common method that you can find to find how many times the investment or saving done. Okay. Or the value of this N. This is, we are supposed to write a number here. Okay. How many times? So here in this question, look at this one. N plus 1. N stands for this last number. That means 16 plus 1 minus what I am supposed to write here? When the investment started, on which month? In which quarter? Here it is not month, it's a quarter. First quarter. That means here the number is 1. So what is 16 plus 1? 17. 17 minus 1, again it is 16. You understand? Okay. So how can you find the value of N? This one plus 1. 16 plus 1 minus where the investment started during the first quarter. That means 16 plus 1 minus during the first year. That means 17 minus 1, 16. Okay, so here I am supposed to write how many times? 16 times. So now what you have to do is take your calculator. I hope all of you know how to operate and how to type exactly like this in your calculator. So please take your calculator and try to find the answer of this one. Final answer. So in my calculator I got 283,972.28. That means, what is the meaning of that? After 15 years, if I continue Selby continues make that 15,000 payment, then she will get this amount, 283,000. Do you understand? Okay, now let me explain, before I go to the next question, let me explain once more about this n. Okay, so for example, somebody started investing, for example, 500 rand every month. Okay, for this is last number is T20. Okay, this is another question, just an example. Okay, so what I said, somebody started investing 500 rand every month, but starting from this T2, that means second month or a second term. Okay, quarter or whatever maybe. This one is maybe it's a month, it's a quarter, it's a half yearly. Okay, so it depends on the question. Okay, so let's consider this as months, first month, second month, like that, monthly calculation. Okay, so on the second month deposited 500 rand, third month 500 rand. Okay, like that, 20th month there also 500 rand. Okay, so how many times he deposited, or what is the value of n? Okay, so how can you find? What I told you, what is the general method? This method you can apply to any question. N plus 1 minus the first payment. Okay, so here what is n? This is not the n that we want to find. Okay, here this n stands for the last payment. When is the last payment? Last payment is 20. Okay, last payment, this n stands for the last payment. 20 plus 1 minus, when is the first payment? First payment starts on second month, that means minus 2. Okay, so look at this one. This is 20 plus 1 is 21. 21 minus 2 is 19. That means in this example there are 19 payments. Is it clear? In this example there are 19 payments. That means last payment plus 1, 21 minus the first payment. First payment is 2. Okay, that means 21 minus 2, 19 payments. Okay, look at another example. Okay, so here the first payment of 500 rand is on the first month. Okay, here he started, but first payment is on T1. Okay, etc, 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 and T15 he paid 500 rand. Then after that he didn't pay. Okay, so you have to understand that T16 is here, etc, T20. Okay, so how many payments are there? How can you find? In this example also we can apply the same rule. Okay, what is our rule? N plus 1 divided minus the first payment. Okay, n stands for the last payment. So last payment, when is the last payment? Not 20, don't consider as 20. 20th is not the last payment here in this example. When is the last payment? On 15th month, 500 rand. So how can we write? 15 plus 1, that means 16. So let me write like this: 15 plus 1, okay, minus, when is the first payment? On T1, that means minus 1. So what is the answer? 15 plus 1, 16. 16 minus 1 is 15. That means in this example there are 15 payments. Do you understand? So what is the method? Last payment plus 1 minus first payment. Is it clear? Okay, now let's move to the next question, 7.1.2. What is the next question? 7.1.2. Read and try to understand the meaning of that question. If Selby decided to withdraw 100,000 from the account at the end of 3 years from now. Okay, so this is a continuation of the previous question. So the same number line. This is T0 after 3 months, first quarter T1, second quarter T2, third quarter T3, etc. Then the last quarter, how many months? 16. Okay, last 4 years T16. Okay, now what is this question? If Selby decided to withdraw 100,000 from the account at the end of 3 years from now. So it means that at the end of 3 years, total how many years here? 4 years. T16 means 4 years. Okay. So total 4 years, but what she did after 3 years, somewhere here, what she did, she withdraws 100,000 from that saving. Okay. So 3 years means how many? What is the number? T of what? 3 years means T of what? So in 1 year, how many times? It's quarterly. That means 1 year 4 times. Like that, how many years? 3 years. So total, how many payments are there? Not T12. 3 times 4 is. 3 times. Yeah, 4 times 3 is 12. That means this is 4 times 3 years. That means 12. That means when it is T12, what she did? She withdraws 100,000. Here she withdraws 100,000. Do you understand? So when she started paying 15,000 here, this is a continuation of the previous question. 15,000 like that. She continues paying up to the 4th year, T16. Okay, but what she did at the end of 3 years, she withdraws 100,000. Okay. Now, what is the question? Continue read that question. End of 3 years from now, how much will he have in the account at the end of 4 years from now? So the question is, how much will be in her account at the end of these 4 years? That means when it is T16, end of 4 years means T16. How much will be in her account? When it is here, how much will she get? That is the question. Okay. So what I am going to do is, I am going to find how much will be in her account after 3 years. Okay, how much will be in her account after 3 years? Okay, so at the end of 3 years, how much will be in her account? That is what I am going to find. Okay, so which formula must I apply? It's a future value, and at the end of 3 years, that means that's a future amount. Okay, so what is the formula? Future value is equal to x into 1 plus I the whole raised to n minus 1 divided by I. So we have to substitute the value. What is x stands for? Monthly installment. So what is the monthly installment? 15,000 into 1 plus, let me write it with another color, is equal to 15,000 into 1 plus, what is the interest rate? What was the interest rate given? 0.088. Do you remember that one? 0.088 quarterly divided by 4, the whole raised to something minus 1. We can write that something later, divided by 0.088 divided by 4. Okay, so what is the value of n there? What must I write there? Okay, so what must I write here? How can you find the value? At the end of 3 years, that means I am supposed to find this T12. So what is the method that we used? 12 years means 12, last month is 12, okay? So third year. So 12 plus 1 minus, when is the first payment? 1. So it is 12 plus 1 minus 1. That means 13 minus 1 is again 12, okay? So here it is 12. So take your calculator and try to find the answer, okay? So what is the answer that you got? The answer that I got in my calculator is 203,459.1172. This is the answer that I got, okay? You can check in your calculator and check if this answer is correct or wrong, okay? So what is this amount? After 3 years, this is in her account, 203,000, that amount, okay? Then after 3 years, what she did? She withdraws 100,000 from what? From this amount, okay? So after 3 years, she withdraws 100,000 from this amount. So withdraw 100,000 after 3 years. So what is the amount in her account after 3 years? This amount, okay? So 203,459.1172 minus how much she withdraw? 100,000. So it means that after 3 years, after the withdrawal, what's the answer? 103,459.1172. So after the 300,000 withdrawal in her account, now it's 103,459. Okay. So but that is not our question. What we have to find? We have to find what is in her account at the end of the 4th year. Okay. So now listen very carefully. This amount is in her account at the end of 3 years. Am I right? After she withdraw 100,000, this is in her account at the end of 3 years. That means this amount is there in her account for the remaining 1 year. Listen once more. This amount is in her account for the remaining 1 year. So if this much money is in her account for the remaining 1 year, means that bank is supposed to pay interest for that amount. Am I right? Okay. So we have to find the interest for this amount for the remaining 1 year. Remaining 1 year means how many times interest is calculating? Since it is quarterly, it is 4 times. Okay. So I'm going to find for the last year, what is the interest she is going to get? Formula is P into 1 plus I the whole raised to N. We are trying to find the interest for the amount, this amount plus the interest, the amount for the last year. That means what is the principal amount at the end of 3 years? This one, after the withdrawal of 100,000. So principal amount is 103,459.1172 into 1 plus what is the interest rate? 0.088 divided by quarterly 4 raised to what? We are trying to find the amount for 1 year. 1 year means since it is quarterly, there are 4 payments. 4 times interest will calculate. That means raised to 4. Now take your calculator and try to find the answer. Okay. So in my calculator, I got the answer rand 112868.3956. You can check in your calculator, getting the same answer. Okay, so it means that at the end of 4 years, for this amount, the balance amount after she withdraws 100,000, the last 1 year she got interest, and the final amount is 112,868 point, that one. Is that that's the interest that or that's the amount at the end of 4 years? No, it's not the final amount. Why it is not the final amount? Because here we are calculating for this amount 1,500 at the end of 3 years. Okay, but after 3 years she is continuing paying T13. How much she paid? Another 15,000. T14 she pays another 15,000. T15 she pays another 15,000. T16 she pays another 15,000. So you have to find what is the amount for the last 1 year payment, 15,000 like that. You understand? Okay, so hope you wrote this one. So I'm going to continue it here. For the last 1 year payment of 15,000 per month. Okay, this is just a short form for you to understand. Okay, for the last 1 year payment of 15,000 per month, how can you find for the last 1 year 15,000 like that? Okay, so what you have to do, you have to apply the future value. Okay, future value is equal to x into 1 plus I the whole raised to n minus 1 divided by I. So here also x stands for monthly installment, so it is 15,000 into 1 plus I, so it is 1 plus I is 0.088 divided by 4 raised to n. What is that n now? 0.088 divided by 4. What is the value of n here? We are trying to find the last year payment like this, 15,000. Okay, so in last year, 1 year, how many payments? Of course it's 4 payment because it is quarterly. Okay, raised to 4. So what is that one? Take your calculator and try to find the answer. So it is 15,000 into 1 plus 0.088 divided by 4 raised to 4 minus 1 the whole divided by 0.088 divided by 4. That means in my calculator I got rand 62,009.19972. So now look at this one, guys. Here for the, what is this one? At the after the withdrawal of this 100,000 after 3 years. Okay, so this is the amount in her account after 3 years, and from that from that amount she withdraws 100,000. So at the beginning of the 3 year in her account this much amount. So bank is supposed to pay interest for that amount for the remaining 1 year. That means for the last year, that means the 4th year, the interest for this amount total how much? 112,000. Okay, but that's not the final answer. After this third year, she continues paying that 15,000. Okay, don't forget about that one. So for that amount, how much she will get? 15,000 monthly payment. For how many remaining months? For 4 payments. For 1 year, that means 4 payments raised to 4 minus 1, that one. So this is the amount for the remaining 1 year, 15,000 like that. Okay, so total how much she will get at the end of the 4 year? So yeah, now we can understand this amount, that means 111,286.3956 plus what? This amount 62,009.19972. Check in your calculator what is the answer. Okay, plus 112868.3956. That means 174,877.59. So at the end of 4 years, in her account 174,877 rand. Okay, that's the final answer. Okay, one more thing, when you write your exam, you don't want to write all these stories like this. For the last year, one payment of 15,000 per month, you don't want to write anything like this. Okay, you just write the answers. Okay, otherwise you won't get time to finish the exam. Okay, so this one that I wrote for you to understand when you are practicing. Okay, let's go to the next question. 7.2, question number 7.2. 7.2, question number 7.2. Sipo takes out a home loan over 20 years to buy a house that cost 1.5 million. What Sipo did? He takes out a home loan over 20 years to buy a house that costs 1.5 million. Okay, so loan means he got the money now, presently. That means present value. Do you get the meaning? Okay, so he got a loan, that means the money is there in his account now. So which type of annuity? Present value. If he is getting that 1.5 million after 20 years, then that's a future value. You understand? Okay, so present value 1.5 million. Now what is the first question? Calculate the monthly installment if the interest is charged at a 10.5% per annum compounded monthly. You have to find the monthly installment, and the interest rate is also given. Okay, so like what I said, this is the present value because the money is getting now. Okay, so what is the formula? Present value annuity formula is x into 1 minus 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n the whole divided by I. You have to write this formula without any mistake. If there is any mistake in the formula, what is going to happen? Your answer is going to be wrong. Okay, especially look at this one. Here it is minus n. That's a common error that you are making when you are writing your exam. Okay, so don't forget that when it is present value 1 minus this one raised to minus n. Don't forget that. Okay, okay. Now here in this question, what is the present value? How much he got? Now 1.5 million. Am I right? So in this question we know the present value. What is the present value? 1.5 million. 1.5 million means how many? After 15, 5 zeros. Okay, is equal to, what do you want to find in this question? Look at the first question, 7.2.1. Calculate the monthly installment. So it means that we don't know what is the value of x. X stands for the monthly installment. And in this question, you have to find the monthly installment. So we can leave that x as it is into 1 minus 1 plus I. What is I? Interest rate. Look at the question. If interest is charged at a 10.5% per annum compounded monthly. 10.5 means 0.105, that is 10.5 divided by 100. Okay, compounded monthly means divided by 12. The whole raised to minus something. The whole divided by I. 0.105 divided by 12. What is that something? What is this n? How can you find? This one is a monthly calculation. Am I right? Loan repayment is monthly. Okay. And for how many years? 20 years. That means in 1 year 12 times monthly. Okay. Like that, how many years? 20 years. So total how many times the payment? 12 times 20, that means 240. That means here the value of n is 240. Okay. Now what do you want to find? You want to find the value of this x. Okay, so listen here. You don't want to write that much step. You have to write one step because there is one mark for the simplification. Okay, so one step is enough. Okay, now look at what I am going to write. 3 is equal to 2a divided by 5. There is no connection between this one and this one. I am just giving an example. Okay, 3 is equal to 2a divided by 5. Okay, I want to find what is the value of this a, or let me write a 2x. You are used to x. Am I right? X as a variable. Okay, it doesn't matter a or x or b or whatever may be. Okay, so 2x divided by 5, and I want to find the value of this x. How can I find? You know, now you are in grade 12. You know these things, algebra in small classes. This 5 is division. So if I want to take this division from here to this side, I am supposed to multiply. Am I right? So this 3 times this 5. So it is 2x. Here it is division. On this side it is multiplication. Am I right? So here, look at this one. Here it is division. If I want to take this one to this side, I want to multiply with this number. Do you get an idea? Okay. Now come back to this one. So I want to find this x. So what must I do? I have to understand that this, if I want to find this x, these two here it is multiplication. So I want to take these two to this side. That means since here it is multiplication, these two will go to the denominator and these two will come here. You understand? That means these two is gone from there and it is here now. So what is the value of x now? 3 times 5, 15 divided by 2, whatever may be. Okay. So here, look at this one. This one is multiplication. So how can I find this x? This term must go to the denominator here. So this term times multiply with this term, then this term will go to the denominator. Okay, this term multiply with this one, this term multiply with this one, then these two will go to the denominator. This here instead of 2 is a whole thing. Okay, this whole thing goes to the denominator. So look at what I am going to write in one step. You have to practice to write like this, so you can save time, because only one mark for simplification. So look at this one. X is equal to this one, 15. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, times 0.105 divided by 12, the whole divided by that thing yonge, 1 minus 1 plus 0.105 divided by 12, the whole raised to minus 240. Take your calculator and try to type exactly like this. It is very important. You must have to type exactly like that. Okay, so what is your answer? The answer that I got in my calculator is 14,975.70. So you can check maybe slight variation in this 0.70. Okay, so because of this rounding and things like that. Okay, so anyway, how much what is the monthly installment now? 14,975.70. that is the monthly installment. Okay, let's go to the next question. 7.2.2. Question number 7.2.2. What is the question there? Calculate the outstanding balance immediately after 144th payment was made. You have to find the outstanding balance after 144th payment. So do you remember, this is a home loan, and how much was that home loan? 1.5 million. Okay, and the payment was for how many years? 20 years. 20 years means how many months? 240 months. We did that one. Okay, and what was the monthly installment we got? What was the monthly installment? 14,000 something. 14,000. What was monthly installment? 14,975.70 cents. 14,975.70 cents. This is the monthly installment. Okay, then now what is this question? Calculate the outstanding balance immediately after the 144th payment was made. So there is 144th payment somewhere here. 144th payment is here. So you have to find what is the outstanding balance immediately after this 144th payment made. Okay, so monthly installment 14,975. So 14,975, 14,975, 14,975. Like that, how many payments was made? 144 payment. Okay, so after this 144th payment, how much was the outstanding balance? That means the amount. What is the amount that is here? That is what you want to find. Am I right? Since it is a loan, you have that amount there. That means it's a present value. Once more, this is a home loan. That means the amount is there. Okay, so after this much payment, what is the amount here? That is the outstanding balance for this one. Am I right? Okay, so now listen here. So since the amount is there, you are supposed to find the present value of that 144. Okay, so what is the present value formula? Present value is equal to x into 1 x into 1 minus 1 plus I the whole raised to minus n divided by I. Okay, so here what is the monthly installment? Previous question we already got, that is 14,975.70 into 1 minus 1 plus, what is the interest rate? So since this one is the same question, so same interest rate, 10.5% per annum compounded monthly. So 10.5 means 0.105 compounded monthly divided by 12, the whole raised to something. Okay, divided by n, again I 0.105 divided by 12. Now look at this one. How can you find this something, this value of n? So there you have to be careful. Okay, immediately after this 144 means, what is this 144 means? Is it not 12 times 1 month? 1 year means 12 months. Okay, 12 times 12, that is 144. Okay, so 144 means it is 12 years. Am I right? 144 means it's a 12 times 12 is 144. 12 months in 1 year. Okay, so in 1 year 12 months times how many years? 12 years. That gives you 144. That means actually after 144 years means after 12 years. So after 12 years, how many years remaining? Do you remember how many years was the loan? It is for 20 years. So after 12 years means remaining how many years? Yes, 8 years. Okay, so that 8 years means they are also monthly payment. That means 12 in 1 year, 12 times. Then how many years remaining? Here it is how many years? 8 years. So total how many payments? 12 times 8. That means 6 9 96. That means remaining there are 96 payments. Okay, now so it means here we can write minus 96. Now what is the answer? Take your calculator and try to find the answer. So I got the answer as in my calculator 969927.74. Round off to 2 decimal place. So 969927.74. That means immediately after 144 years, so sorry, immediately after 144 months, how much in his account? What's the question? Outstanding balance immediately after 144 months. That means what is outstanding balance? This one. Okay, that is question number 7.2.2. Friends, thank you very much for watching my YouTube channel. So I hope you enjoy my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. So when I upload new lessons, you will get the notifications. And if you like my lessons and if you are understanding at least something from my lessons, please click the like button and share this YouTube channel. Okay, and don't forget that before you watch each and every lessons, please download the question paper from the description box below, or you will get the questions in our WhatsApp group. And if you have any comments or any suggestions, you can write that in the comment box. So hope see you on next lessons. Thank you.